Hey guys, this is day 4 of Math 1. We're still working on inequalities. It's getting a little bit tougher. So bear with me. Let's see how we'll do, okay? So for number 1, we have negative 5 is less than or equal to n over 5 minus 3. Okay, so skip below the number line. And if you look at your packet, you'll see that your math teacher has given you the answers, but that we need to work through these problems, okay? So I rewrote the problem, and you can see that I've added 3 to both sides. And in orange, I've crossed out my 3's. And then on the other side, I have negative 5 plus 3, which gives me negative 2. And then I brought down my n over 5. So now I have to get rid of that 5 on the bottom. So I multiply both sides by 5. You can see I've circled the 5's in blue. So you're able to cross out the 5's on the inside. And so you're left with negative 2 is less than n. Okay? Oh no, my bad. It's 5 times negative 2. So it's negative 10 is less than n. Or if I want to rewrite that, I put the n first, okay? And I flip the sign, and it's n is greater than negative 10, okay? So on your number line, you're going to fill in a dot, and it's going to be n is greater than. So we're going... It looks like the numbers are going down, but because they're negatives, they're actually going up, okay? So after negative 2, we'll have negative 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. So you can see they're actually getting larger, okay? So the second part of this is what's new, is you have to test. It's called test points, okay? So you have to test this out. So we have... Let's test. They want you to test one side of the dot. Okay, so on one side of the dot, you could pick negative 15, and then on the other side of the dot, you could pick, let's say, negative 5. Okay, so what you're doing at the test point is you're plugging in that number. Okay, so you can see in red, I've plugged in negative 15 for n, and then I solve. Okay. So the first step is look at the negative 15 over 5. So 5 goes into negative 15 negative 3 times. So I bring that down, and I bring the rest of the problem down. Okay? So I have negative 5 is less than or equal to negative 3 minus 3. So what I have is I still bring down my negative 5 is less than or equal to, and then negative 3 minus 3 is negative 6. So is negative 5 less than or equal to negative 6? No, so that's false. Okay, so let's go over to the right. Test point n equals negative 5. Okay, so I have negative 5 is less than or equal to negative 5 over 5 minus 3. So I look at my fraction again, negative 5 over 5. 5 goes into negative 5, negative 1 times. So bring the problem down. Okay, so now we have negative 5 is less than or equal to negative 1 minus 3. So bring down your negative 5 is less than or equal, and then negative 1 minus 3 is negative 4. So negative 5 is less than or equal to negative 4? True. Okay. So let's look at number 2. Okay, we have negative 8 plus x over 8, is greater than negative 1. So we rewrite the problem. Okay, negative 8 plus x over 8 is greater than negative 1. You can see my first step circled in blue because I want to get rid of that 8. Okay. Anytime you have the fraction, you want to get rid of it. So I multiplied both sides by 8. I was able to cross out the 8's then, okay? but I had to multiply the other side by 8. So after I got rid of that, I had negative 8 plus x is greater than negative 8. And then to get rid of the negative 8, I added plus 8, crossed out my 8's on the left side in blue, brought down my x, okay, and then x is greater than 0, okay. So I'm looking at the test points, okay. So I have x is greater than 0, so I'm going to test negative 8, and you don't have to, you could test a different number. So let's say x equals negative 8. Let's see if that's true. So we plug in for x, the negative 8, it's shaded in red. So I have negative 8 plus negative 8. Okay, that equals negative 16. Then I still have that 8 on the bottom. Okay, so I leave that right there. So 8 goes into negative 16, negative 2 times. Okay, so I have, where did I write it? Oh, I see. Okay, so take a minute to locate it. It's kind of a mess. So right below that, I have negative 2 is greater than negative 1. Is that true? No, because even though 2 looks like it's bigger than 1, they're negatives, so it's not true. Okay, over in the corner here, on the right, you have x equals 8. So we're going to try that one. This is a positive 8 this time. It's on the other side of the 0. Okay, so negative 8 plus 8 is 0. Okay, so we have 0 on one side. Is 0 greater than negative 1? True, it is. Okay. So you're doing the same thing, okay, for this problem, okay? And for this problem, you're doing the same thing again, okay? You're just working through the problem. I know it's a little challenging. It's getting a little bit harder every day, okay? And then make sure your teacher, your Math 1 teacher, has step-by-step notes, and they've also given you the answers so you could check to make sure you're doing it correctly, okay? So this is day 4, Math 1. If you have any questions, please contact me. I'll see you soon. Bye.